Welcome to LeonCo and welcome to this week's video discussion. It's been very interesting because in these couple of weeks, we've been very focused on work. We've been very focused on investing, and it's something that we're going to discuss on our weekly video on 100 dividend a month challenge. But during these couple of days, we've been rediscovering, if you may say, great book that we read a couple of years ago, which is titled Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's a great book, not just for investors, not just for people in finance, not just for people that have a business, but to all around people that want to create wealth, that are working, that just want to change their mentality, want to change their focus on their life. It's a great book that we've read many years ago, and we just read it recently, and it really brought to perspective a lot of things for us, and it's something that we talked about and discussed with a good friend of ours, and we wanted to share our ideas and to share some of the things, one of the main things that we discussed during our analysis with the book this time around when we read it, being more mature, being more into investing into the business side of things. And we wanted to share with you guys to motivate yourself. If you've not picked it up, to try and pick it up. If you've been interested in reading it, maybe this could be your jump to reading it. And if you already did, maybe this could be a great opportunity to follow it back and read it. There are many ways that you can get it. You can get it via PDF, or you can find it in Spotify, audiobook, in many platforms, and you can just listen to it while you drive, while you're working out, when you're in work, when you have free time, because it's great value added to yourself. So, first of all, the book is titled again, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert T. Kiyosaki. Great investor, great wealth builder, and actually a great storyteller. That's one of the main things that you experience when you read the book. It's a great story. It's very easy to read. It's very helpful. And it's very entertaining. So let's jump right into the three things that we want to share with you guys of the main ideas that we got from the book. And first of all is the mentality. When it comes to building wealth, when it comes to investing, when it comes to creating your own personal empire, having a mentality, having the mentality to go and do things, to put yourself in tough positions, to focus yourself on achieving your goals, and being willing, not just physically but mentally, to do those things is very, very important. We like to say when we talk to young investors, when we talk to our peers, is that everybody can be a millionaire, everybody can make a lot of money, everybody can create their own personal empire. It just takes the mentality. It takes hard work, but not everybody has that mentality, or not everybody has that work ethic. Everybody wants to be a millionaire, but not everybody wants to put in the hours. Not everybody wants to put in the hard work, and that is one of the main things, if not the main thing, that you can get out of this book, is having that mentality. Shifting your mentality about the things that you don't know to trying to learn them, and changing your focus to thinking that the things that you may think you know, relearning them, or finding out if actually you know those things that you learned. Changing your mentality, changing your focus, having that strict mentality, being disciplined is one of the main things that will help you in the future, not just in finance, but in your day-to-day life. The second thing is building assets. It's something very interesting that it's sort of the 2A and 2B, is that all of us think about being a millionaire, making a lot of money, having your own business, and that is not the reality. One of the things that it's discussed in the book is how Robert, in his early years, he created his wealth, or he started to create his own empire working for another person. And one of the things that he discussed is having a salary, having a steady income of revenue each month, bi-weekly, or weekly is actually a plus. And that is something mind-blowing that we discovered, because we always think about getting rich, making lots of money, building your empire, build your own business, don't depend on anyone. But when you come to think about it, when you're starting off, when you're in those stages of beginning your process of building your assets, what better way to build your assets when having a steady flow of income, having a salary, being able to work for a business that gives you tools that you can later on use in the future. Robert talks about selling, learning to market. If you are in those sectors, or even if you're not in those sectors, finding a way to educate yourself or work with a company, work with a business, work with someone that is proficient in selling and marketing will help you no matter the facet of work that you're in, no matter the spectrum that you want to achieve. Being able to conquer those abilities, being able to be proficient in those things will help you in the long run. And how does this tie up with building assets? Well, when you are starting to build that empire, when you're starting to build that wealth, you want to have very defined what are your assets and what are your liabilities. You always want to have more assets. That asset column wants to be bigger than your liability column, because the bigger your asset column, the better off you'll be, because if those assets are revenue building assets, they will help you create more assets, and eventually, like all of us, it will help you achieve those goals, those personal goals, those maybe luxury goals that you have, and create to that lifestyle that you always want to achieve by building and using your own assets, being a recurrent way to build your revenue. And finally, maybe the most important thing, or all of these are important, but this is tied up to the mentality, and that is minding your own business. And when we say minding your own business, it is not just simply staying focused on what you're doing and not being focused on what other people are doing, but minding your business is as well. If you are a person that works in a regular job, a 9-to-5 job, you have a salary, find ways that you can mind your business in creating revenue building assets, creating or developing your personal brand, creating or developing your personal company, and minding your business, that even though you're working 9-to-5, maybe you're working part-time, but you're dedicating yourself to building a business, building a brand, you creating and you being that big asset. It's great to have a big asset column, it's great to have lots of investing, but build your own business, build yourself, market and sell yourself as the big brand, as the big asset. Because if you learn to be proficient in minding your business, always being focused on achieving the goals you set, on being hungry to learn how to market, to learn how to sell, to learn better ways to invest, to learn better ways to make money. Those are the key components of having that king mentality. So we wanted to share with you guys these ideas, these thoughts that we gathered from reading this book. I hope this is helpful as well and motivates you to pick up that book, get that ebook, read it, hear it, whatever it is, but we promise you that this will be a great value for you in the long and in the short run. So I hope you guys are staying safe, staying healthy, and always remember to have that king mentality.